And welcome everybody to Memorial Hall on the campus of Plattsburgh State, where today we have Plattsburgh State men's basketball. It's the the championship game of the Cardinal Classic as the Plattsburgh State Cardinals take on the New England Golden Bears. I'm Bobby Weber alongside Mike Cameron and Matt Wolf, and right now we're going to send it to Renee to give us a recap of last night's game. Renee?
Thanks, guys. Welcome to the men's championship game of the Cardinal Classic. We have Western New England against Plattsburgh State. Here's a little recap about last night's game. In the first round of the championship, Plattsburgh defeated Hartwick. Leading for Plattsburgh was Chris Gibbs-Smith in points and in rebounds, but this was truly a team effort. We dominated the boards, forced turnovers, and truly team effort. There was support from past players also. So if they could play in a team today, I predict that we'll see some similar results. So, reporting to you courtside, I'm Renee Bonneau for Cardinal Basketball. Back to you, Bobby, Mike, and Matt.
All right, thanks, Renee. And last night was a blowout victory for the Cards. And what are some thoughts that you guys had from last night's game?
I'm really happy with the overall team play by the Cardinals. Everyone worked together, and not to mention Gibbs-Smith at 26 points and 12 rebounds. Everyone looked to him to be the high point scorer for the team, but he also was one of the high rebounders for the team too, so he really brings an overall package to the game. And his overall maturity level from last season, that's what I'm seeing most.
I'd say the thing I was most impressed with from Plattsburgh last night was their outside shooting. I mean, the defense was great too, but it seemed like we were raining down threes from all over the place, especially Gibbs-Smith. If we can keep that shooting up tonight, it should be another good game from our offensive unit.
And one thing I was surprised, over the air yesterday we mentioned Travis Gorham was quiet, but he actually finished with 9 points, led the second on the team with 9, and he had 13 rebounds, led the team with boards, and so Gorham looks to could be a top player for Plattsburgh this year.
And really, if you pull down 13 boards in a game, no matter what level, you're not a quiet player out there.
For that, we're going to go to tonight's players to watch.
My player to watch, no surprise to anyone, I don't think, is number 44 out there, Gibbs-Smith, so watch out for him. He's going to be the focal point of the offense, I believe. And look for Anthony Williams to be trying to set him up, maybe some alley-oops. I'd like to see an alley-oop tonight. And I don't know if I'll be able to control the excitement if I see one, but definitely Gibbs-Smith is the player to watch for me out there.
For the Western New England Golden Bears, yesterday, Jeremy Sternstein, he had 10 points and 8 assists. And if you're able to set your teammates up like that and get your own points, that's a sign of a strong point guard. So he is definitely my Golden Bears player to watch tonight.
Also for the Golden Bears yesterday, John Godbout scored his 1,000th point. So that's a big career thing for John of the Golden Bears. Tonight's starters for the game for Plattsburgh, we have Jared Lowe at shooting guard, at point guard Anthony Williams, at one forward Travis Gorham, at the other forward Chris Gibbs-Smith, and at center Brian Hatch. For your Western New England Golden Bears, John Galbout, Matt Gillio, Jeremy Sternstein, Ronson Levancy, and Dion Thomas. So we're almost set for action in the championship game of the Cardinal Classic. And what do you think Plattsburgh needs to do to pull out a victory tonight?
I think it's going to have a lot to do with the play of Gibbs-Smith, the smart plays, and also the playmaking ability of Anthony Williams. I like him to be the setup man for the team. He's going to be bringing the ball up most of the time, and got to make some smart plays against this Golden Bears team.
It seems like the Golden Bears will provide stiffer competition tonight, so I think it'll come down to avoiding turnovers and making free throws. I think that'll be the big difference. Yesterday we didn't shoot as well as we probably should from the free throw line, but it was all right simply because the other team wasn't as competitive.
Hartwick actually won the consolation game against Leham earlier today, and without further ado, we're headed down to the PA announcer for your starting lineups and national anthem.
For this 2005 Cardinal Classic championship game between the Golden Bears from Western New England and your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for Western New England. At forward, a junior from Albany, New York, number 44, Dion Thomas. At center, a sophomore from Malden, Massachusetts, number 34, Ronelson Lovaincy. At guard, a senior from Bristol, Connecticut, number 3, John Godbout. At guard, a senior from Monroe Township, New Jersey, number 4, Matt Giello. And at guard, a senior from Ithaca, New York, number 11, Jeremy Sternstein. The Golden Bears are coached by Mike Thulin. He is assisted by Chris Agolia, Bill Downs, and Chris Gerber. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. At forward, a sophomore from Bridgeport, Connecticut, number 21, Travis Gorham. At forward, a senior from Enosburg Falls, Vermont, number 41, Brian Hatch. At forward, a senior from Rochester, New York, number 44, Chris Gibbs Smith. At guard, a sophomore from Colchester, Vermont, number 5, Jared Lowe. And at guard, a sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, number 11, Anthony Williams. The Cardinals are coached by Tom Curl. He is assisted by Cameron Conover and Curtis Smith. The officials for tonight's game are Mr. Chris Ogden, Mr. Tim Harris, and Mr. Bill Toomey. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hats and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hearing the national anthem still pumps me up.
Brings a tear to my eye.
Like I recall, like the national anthem meant like get ready to play, the calm before the storm, and just feeling always still overcomes me.
Yeah, I know the excitement you're talking about. Before I would step on the lanes for bowling, see, it was so intense it would calm me. I'm serious. I'm serious. I hummed the national anthem in my head before.
You would
before I stepped into battle.
Before each throw.
Yep. Every single throw.
It's intense.
Must have been a long game.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're set here for action with the tip. Chris Gibbs Smith against Ronelson Levancy of New England, and Plattsburgh wins the tip. And we're set to go in the championship game of the Cardinal Classic. Jared Lowe gets a pick from Brian Hatch. Now Anthony Williams for 3. No good. Rim in and out, and rebound goes to the Golden Bears.
That was a nice shot. A little early for a 3, but he had the look. And
Godbout being guarded by Gibbs Smith. That's a big mismatch. Now here's Giello. Over to Sternstein. Sternstein's going to take a 3. Count it.
Oh, I hope that's not a sign of things to come.
They just got an open look off a pick there.
Here's Anthony Williams. Will reset for the Cards with 25 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock. Jared Lowe down low to Bryant Hatch. He's being hounded. Almost loses the ball, but Lowe comes up with it. Here's Gorham. Trying to feed it down low to Gibbs Smith. They're swarming. Oh, there's a block. Gibbs Smith was blocked by Levancy.
See the defense right now by the Golden Bears. They look a lot like the Plattsburgh team from last night.
It looks like they're swarming the ball.
Yeah, there are 3 guys on Gibbs Smith. Then he cans a 3.
But it doesn't matter when you have Gibbs Smith in the house.
That looked like a fadeaway. Can we count that as a fadeaway?
Could have been a fadeaway.
Yeah, it's falling back. Fadeaway 3. That's impressive.
Giello, drive the lane, hop step, shot, no good. Tapped in by Levancy.
That could be an advantage for them down low if they're able to get those offensive boards. We're not that big of a team, really.
Gorham thought about a 3, passed it up.
Definitely hope to see a little better interior defense by the Cardinals, or else those tip-ins are going to really hurt them on the scoreboard.
Jared Lowe, 18-foot jumper, no good. Loose ball goes to Gorham, and Plattsburgh will reset. 18 minutes left to play in the second half. Anthony Williams down low to Gorham. Kick out to Gibbs Smith. Drive the lane, kick out to Jared Lowe, open for 3. No good. Loose ball rebound is contained by New England, but New England, no. Last touch by the Cards, so it'll be New England ball.
If they continue to give us those open outside looks, eventually they're going to go down, I would think, based on last night.
Yeah, and the Cardinals doing a good job of showing a lot of motion and moving around. That's going to create a lot of open looks.
Look at Gibbs Smith guarding the point guard. That's going to be tough for the point guard when you got that big body to go around.
Especially when Gibbs Smith gets his hands up, you can't really see anything.
Deon Thomas, nice move down low on the post, but nope, it's a travel. So negate the nice move. Here's Williams being guarded by Sternstein. Over to Gorham now. Jared Lowe. Nice pick by Gorham. Gibbs Smith, down goes Gibbs Smith. Throughout the game, Gibbs Smith must go down 4 or 5 times a night.
Yeah, you like to see that kind of hustle out of your star player, throwing his body around out there.
It's like the Dwayne Wade commercial. Fall down 7 times, get up 8.
Miami. Goodbye, Shaq. You left something good. Sorry, a little bitter about the loss.
Mike Harmon, a Lakers fan. Gibbs Smith, nice spin move. Oh, finger roll.
That was a magnificent play out of Gibbs Smith, and we're only a couple minutes into it.
I think the Bears will have to be more aggressive guarding him. They're going to have to pull some double teams on him.
Plattsburgh with a turnover.
They're going to have to make other people beat him.
I definitely expect a lot of double teams on Gibbs Smith tonight.
Down low, and there's a foul. Offensive foul on Levancy, so it'll be Plattsburgh ball. All night up at 5, 16:42 left to play.
Golden Bear foul number 34, Nelson Levancy, his first.
Williams slowly brings things up for the Cards. And a push-off by Gibbs Smith. The knick-knack foul, you don't want your star to get foul like that because that could come back to haunt you if he ever gets in foul trouble.
Yeah, but it was a good call. He had the arm extended on him. It didn't necessarily have to be called, but it was a call you could justify.
Oh, it was clearly there. You just don't want to see that from Gibbs Smith.
Exactly. These refs are definitely calling a lot of close fouls. They're trying to nip that right in the butt in the beginning of the game.
Here's Levancy working down low. Misses. Gibbs Smith comes up with the rebound. He's got Anthony Williams cross court. Williams drives off the backward, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled.
See, that's great hustle right there because even though it didn't go in, if you keep trying, you still have that chance of being fouled on the shot every time.
Anthony Williams working it with the big man down low there.
His first, team second.
Actually, interesting enough about Anthony Williams, he played some ball against the franchise Curtis Smith back in their high school days.
See, you got his cousin out there. You have an old player with. He's still making his presence known on the court.
Yeah, actually, he helped with the recruitment process of Anthony Williams.
He still is very loyal to Cardinal basketball.
Williams hits the second.
We have our press going.
This worked at times last night. This time the Golden Bears beat it. Sternstein drives the lane. Might have been blocked by Hatch.
That was a good recovery by Hatch, be able to get back down the court and make that block.
Yeah, clearly the five out there right now, they addressed the issue that they need to pick up that interior defense. No little easy layups.
Got about over to Sternstein. Thinks about a three, kicks out to Godbout. Now it's Plattsburgh hounding with the zone defense. Gelio over to Sternstein. Now it's Godbout drives the lane. 2 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock. 1 second. Shot clock violation. Great defense by the Cards.
Yes, that was very good. Everything was contested, all the passes, all the dribbling, and they just couldn't get a shot off.
And that's the thing about this game of basketball. The little things, it's what gets you the W.
It's Anthony Williams. Over to Gorham. Gibbs Smith with a size mismatch against Giello. Kick out to Jared Lowe for three. Count it.
And it'll be very important as the game goes on for other people to step up and hit shots. They're definitely going to focus their defense on Gibbs Smith.
And for the Cardinals to be successful, they need other people to step up because, you know, every team's going to focus their defense against Gibbs Smith. A swarm of Plattsburgh players to contest that shot, and Plattsburgh comes out with the rebound. Gorham's going to take a jumper way off.
Probably would have been better off pulling it out there and running some offensive sets.
Surprised to see him even bringing the ball up. Deion Thomas for two.
Thomas.
Williams over to Gorham.
I don't know why, but every time I see Gorham up there at the top of the key with that ball, I think he's going to shoot a three.
I think he wants to. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
No good.
If he would have made that, I want full credit for that shot.
Maybe you jinxed it.
I probably did.
Giello for three. That's good. Not the 2 foot was on the line.
Giello.
14 minutes left to play here in the first half of the championship game of the Cardinal Classic. Jared DeMont set to check in next to that ball for the Cards. Gibbs Smith going to take a jumper. Short. And rebound goes to Deion Thomas of the Golden Bears.
I like that matchup right there with Gibbs Smith because he's so much taller. It's so hard for them to block his shot.
I know, but I don't really like the shot selection there. You just be standing there and just take a jumper. Probably could have found a better one.
Three-pointer by Godbout, no good, but he gets his rebound, but he stepped on the line of the Plattsburgh ball. Jared Lowe takes a seat. Here comes Jared DeMont.
Final score in this afternoon's men's soccer Division III Sweet 16.
Last night we saw a lot of good substitutions from
Plattsburgh
Coach Curl.
State 1, Western New England 0.
If you didn't hear that, folks, Plattsburgh State men's soccer team has just won, and they're going to advance to the Elite Eight. They just won the Sweet 16 round game today by a score of 1-0. Gamont's going to drive the lane. Layup's no good, but there's a foul call. There's a charge or a block. Looks like it's a blocking foul, so Worm will shoot two. How about that men's soccer team this year? They're really impressive.
Every time I've gone to a game, they just seem to dominate everybody. They played a space really well, and I think they'd probably be able to win the game tomorrow. I mean, they got as good a shot as anybody to win the title.
Has been a great year. Number one, the SUNYACs won the SUNYACs, and now it's impressive the fact that they get to host these games too.
Oh yeah.
The number one seed in the NCAA tournament.
I think they were the number 2 in the bracket, but I believe the number 1 went down early on.
Okay. Gore misses his first free throw. Mike Dietz checks in for Brian Hatch for the Cards.
And really, guys, with the game this close, free throws are as important as anything.
Oh yeah.
And he missed both. Here's Godbout over to Dion Thomas. Back to Godbout. Godbout being hounded by the zone defense. 18 seconds on the shot clock. About kick out to number 15, Ryan Henderson, who just checked in. His first shot's no good, and Jared DeMont with the rebound. He'll push for Plattsburgh. Little hop step. Nice move by DeMont to get, it was like a little stutter step is what he did to blow by his man.
That was nice. I didn't expect that. He had a couple people on the wings there, but he saw an open lane.
I thought he was going to pass too, but he went in attack mode.
Exactly, and really, if that's the thing. If you're in attack mode all the time and you go at it, the call is always going to go to the aggressor.
DeMont comes out of North Country Community College, and he was recruited by Tom Curl to give the team an added sense of toughness, is what Curl said. Missed his second free throw, but Gorham grabs the ball, calls a timeout.
That's a great play right there. To be able to get over that ball and then have the wherewithal to call the timeout to keep the possession. It's plays like that. They don't show up in the box score, but they're very important.
That's impressive. That rule actually has been eliminated from the NBA. You can no longer call timeout while in midair, while going out of bounds. Which I have to think, it's a rule here, so it's a great move by Gorham. But I think that needs to be eliminated. I don't know what your guys' thoughts.
It's kind of cheating the system a little bit, I think.
If they let you do it, they let you do it, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it will be Plattsburgh ball. Anthony Williams, Jared DeMont, Mike Dietz, Gorham, and Chris Gibbs-Smith is your lineup for the Cards. 12:30 left to play here in the first half.
And get used to seeing Gibbs-Smith in there, because with the game this close, I don't expect him to be coming out very much.
Just got to hope he stays out of foul trouble. He already has one on that little arm shove there.
Gibbs-Smith for three. Good.
That's great. No hesitation.
All Gibbs-Smith on that play. He set his man. The man gave him his open shot. And they continue to give Chris Gibbs-Smith an open shot, maybe because he's tall and they don't expect him to hit the three, but he's continuing to hit.
And really, I love that. It's a forward and a guard's body, or other way around. Yeah.
Now Matt Mayhard's going to drive, puts up an air ball, rebound goes to Dion Thomas. His shot no good, and Plattsburgh on the break. Williams will bring things out. Down low to Gorham. Plattsburgh will reset. Williams going to drive, kick out to Gibbs-Smith. Thought about the three, he'll drive instead. There's Williams with a teardrop. Up back to the backboard, no good.
Plattsburgh's doing a lot of driving and kicking out, and the Golden Bears doing a good job recognizing that.
DJ Bonzaghi is fouled, so he'll shoot two. Matt Maynard was a little sloppy there, lost the ball, but DJ came up with it, put up a wild shot, but he got fouled, so he'll shoot two. By the look of that shot, I'm interested to see how he shoots his free throws. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, that was nice form.
It's like I'm watching a fundamental videotape here. It's perfect. Bend the
I wonder
knees,
if before his free throw he sang the national anthem.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Get in that spiritual mode.
We are waiting for Mike Cameron's singing debut. Maybe it will come out tonight.
What are you going to sing for us there, Mike?
You know what? I don't even know.
He practiced all night last night, and he might be ready.
I did. I warmed up the pipes.
The golden pipes.
A little jazz flute maybe for you guys.
Gibbs-Smith. Nice layup. Wow.
That was a good job. He recognized the double team coming, and he just went baseline right around it to avoid it.
Continues to impress.
Really, Gibbs-Smith is doing a great job of knowing when to attack and when to pass it off.
Maynard drives the lane, puts it up and in. Could have been a charge or blocking foul, nothing called. Antoine Miller, who just checked in for the Cards, is running point right now. Jared DeMont. Nice pass to Gorham. It's going to be steps.
I love the play, though.
Yeah.
I love the little pass there.
That was a great play. I can't believe the Golden Bears didn't really see that one coming. Nice little give and go action.
Just over 10 minutes left to play in the first half. We'd like to thank Quiznos Sub for their underwriting grant and continuing support of Plattsburgh State men's basketball.
Oh, and now starts the hunger.
Yeah, you had to bring that up now.
First time we mentioned that.
It just came to me. Deeds with a steal. Said thank you.
Thank you, might have another.
Antoine Miller calls out a play with 22 seconds on the shot clock.
Coach Curl's yelling for motion.
Gibbs Smith down low to Dietz. Dietz blocked by Maynard.
Ooh, I don't know if I would have done that. Antoine Miller was wide open on the wing.
Yeah, he didn't have good position there to take that shot.
Yeah, he didn't know anyone was behind him, I think.
Sternstein.
We haven't seen much from Sternstein since that opening three.
No, we haven't. And he almost had a triple-double last night with 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists.
And you have to wonder, is the Cardinals keeping him in check, or is he just not taking an active role?
Going to be a charge on Sternstein, actually.
Good call. He extended the arm. Same thing Gibbs Smith did on the other end. So at least they're being consistent.
And really, that's all you got to ask. That's all you can ask for, you know?
The refs seem to be calling a looser game, though, at this point. Yesterday, both teams were in the bonus. Now,
Plattsburgh's done a good job not committing fouls.
Yeah.
They only have the 2 team fouls, and that'll be important down the stretch of the half.
Gibbs Smith over to Antoine Miller. Miller can't dribble. There he goes. He drive the lane. Oh, that's a charging foul. Miller went down hard. Nice D by Matt Maynard to draw the charge.
Cardinals foul, number 14, Antoine Miller, his first, team's third.
Maynard over to Malik Champlain, who just checked in. Excuse me, that's Ryan Henderson with the jumper and the
That was a nice shot.
Hernandez.
Looks like Miller's looking for Gibbs Smith.
There's DeMott gonna drive. Pulled back out, over to Miller, over to Gibbs Smith, had a 3. Now Gibbs Smith will drive, puts up a shot. Clanks off the backboard, no good. Bang bodies, down goes Gibbs Smith again.
Looked like Gibbs Smith's looking for a foul there.
For 3, no good, was Keith Roy. But Maynard over to Steakhouse, and he's good. No good.
A lot of bodies are flying all over the place. Like I'm watching wrestling.
And no foul calls either.
Yeah, that's the peculiar part.
Antoine Miller thought about a 3. That was Gibbs Smith, he'll take that 3. No good, clanks off the backboard. Should be rim. Maynard is gonna go coast to coast. Shot's no good, tipped in by a Golden Bear. Can't see, it was DJ Bonzaghi.
Looks like both teams are they're pretty heads up right now on taking that charge.
Yeah, Western New England with that tip and it's back on top. Hatch over to DeMott for 3. Short, and rebound is snared by the Golden Bears. Oh, nice pass by Henderson to Peter Steakhouse, and what a pass. You see how high of a bounce pass he got there?
Yeah, but that was a good heads-up play by Gibbs Smith there, though. He was right there. He could have put his arms up and swatted at it, but you don't want to take the chance of getting another foul.
DeMott, bad pass down low to Hatcher. Deflected by the Golden Bears.
Getting a little sloppy out here.
I think I'd be thinking about a timeout right now if I were the Cardinals.
Loose ball.
Oh.
Gibbs Smith was on the line.
Good hustle by Gibbs Smith to try to get that loose ball, though. Execution wasn't there, but you can really tell we're really hustling for little things right now, and especially in a close game, that'll come up big later.
Matt Maynard takes a seat for the Golden Bears, and he was impressive in his stint in the early going. Really controlled the offense for the Golden Bears and brought the Golden Bears back in this game. Gibbs Smith will get his first blow of the night.
See a capacity crowd there from Memorial Hall.
So now we got to figure out who's going to lead the offense here with Gibbs Smith's out.
Yeah, they really don't have a go-to guy anymore. Plattsburgh in a zone defense. Lamont tips it, and Plattsburgh with the steal. Anton Miller will push. He's got Jared Lowe open down low. Blair Lowe lays it up and in.
That's how they want to play. They really want to get the fast tempo going. For the most part, the Bears had good transition D, though.
And there's steps on Keith Roy.
Looks like a much smaller lineup from the Cardinals now with Gibbs Smith on the bench.
Very small. Well, Gibbs Smith is 6'6", so it's going to be a big difference when he's out. Here's DeMott for three. No good. Henderson with the rebound. He's pushing. Over to Bonzaghi. DJ shots no good. Antoine Miller now pushing for Plattsburgh. Miller will reset, drive the lane, shot. Didn't get it off, but he was fouled in the act of shooting, so Miller will go to line and shoot a pair.
I wasn't sure. It looked like a clean block to me. Well, maybe the guy in front got him on the arms. The guy from behind had all ball.
Some information on this Golden Bear team. Their head coach says this year will feature more depth with the addition of 7 new players. And they face a very tough first semester schedule. So their greatest concern at this point is to get everyone on the same page.
Yeah, really, with a new team, that's the first order of business.
Miller hits his second, ties the game back up in 19.
And Gibbs Smith's about ready to check back in, so that's a good sign for the Cardinals.
Quick like 30-second break.
Yeah.
Yeah, coach probably just wants to sit him down and talk to him and get his head back into it and calm him down.
Got about cross-court pass to Keith Roy, down low pass. I believe it was intended for Levancy. Was no good, and it's Plattsburgh ball. Jared Lowe, nice pick by Gorham. Back to Gorham, but he couldn't handle the pass, and the Golden Bears come up with it.
That was a good play, but just didn't. The Bears were on top of it.
We just traded turnovers there.
It's a jumper from Peter Stanger's no good, but tipping by Levancy.
That's at least the 3rd Golden Bears tipping. We got to get our rebounding on track here, or else they'll just destroy us with those inside rebounds.
Yeah, definitely. So far from the beginning, there's been a lot of tip-ins from the Bears.
Hatch down low, pass to Gorham. Before the pass, a foul.
And with the game this close, you gotta make free throws.
DeMott comes out. In comes Chris Gibbs Smith. So Brian Hatt will shoot 1 and 1. Hatch, a senior, really never saw much playing time last year. Now he's the captain and a starting center. Hits his first free throw, so he'll shoot another.
That was a high arcing shot.
This free throw would tie the game.
He actually had a very good free throw percentage last season.
Trying to see how he did last year. 2.7 points was Hatch, and he only averaged 6.4 minutes. So
free throws, he was 9 for 11. That's why it's too close to tell.
Full court press by the Cards. Godbout drives the lane. He's fouled by Lowe. So Godbout will shoot too.
So far, the full court press has not been as effective tonight. They've been able to break it without too much trouble.
Jared Lowe, his first, team's 4th.
It's not creating the turnovers that it was last night.
And Godbout is a senior, listed at 5'11". He comes from Bristol, Connecticut. And as we mentioned earlier, he scored his 1,000th point of his career last night.
It's a very experienced Golden Bears team. The Cardinals playing against tonight. That's very unlike the team from last night. Very unexperienced, made up of freshmen and sophomores and a few juniors.
Godbat hits both free throws, putting the Golden Bears back up by 2. Here's Anthony Williams, corner for Jared Lowe, 4-3, count it. So Plattsburgh jumps back on top, 24-23, their first lead a little bit since 16-15 earlier on. There's a 2-pointer from the Golden Bears, and they jump back out in this close game.
Looks like a seesaw matchup so far.
Deep 3 from Anthony Williams. Oh, it's good.
Williams for 3.
And there's a timeout from the Golden Bears. That was a really deep 3 from Anthony Williams. That was near an NBA 3-point line.
I think the Bears were expecting that. I think we were expecting that.
So 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the first half once we get back to action.
And the end of the half here will be critical here. Whoever ends the half strongest will have momentum going into the second half.
Yeah,
so it's very important for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I say whoever is leading at the half is going to end up leading at the end of the game.
I thought you were going to say whoever's leading at the half is going to go into the locker rooms with the lead.
No, I'm going to jump right out there and say whoever wins this half is going to win it.
But then again,
crazy.
Who knows with your predictions, like the 60
field goal percentage
from last night, which was way off.
If anyone remembers, it was the 3-point percentages, right?
That wasn't what we were looking for.
Nice D so far from the Cards. Both teams are using a lot of zone defense and seems to be working. Air ball by the Golden Bears, and Gibbs Smith comes up with it. The defense, the zone defense seems to be working. It's just a low-scoring game. Antoine Miller lays it up.
That was a nice play by Miller. He's got good vision out there on the court. He saw that open lane. And
but back to your point, yeah, the zone defense for Plattsburgh especially, they're having trouble finding open looks right now.
Three-pointer for the Golden Bears is no good. Ryan Henderson and Plattsburgh with the ball. Anthony Williams over to Gorham. Jared Lowe feeds Chris Gibbs Smith down low on the far side block. Little fadeaway jumper, no good. Henderson over to Giello. Now it's got it, blocked by Gibbs Smith. Wow, what a block. Foul's called, and Gibbs Smith is teed up. I don't know if the foul was on Gibbs Smith. I didn't see a foul. I saw a monster block.
It was a block, but I think they were calling a technical on his motion after
yeah, he was
the
upset
block.
with the call.
He must have said something to the official that the official didn't like. I didn't see anything wrong with what he being upset.
The foul was called on Gibbs Smith.
It was called on him?
He didn't even think, he wasn't even sure if the foul was called on him. He's just upset after hearing his name be announced by the PA announcer.
I don't know, that's a pretty close call. I mean, you get I don't know. Players show emotions. Sometimes you just got I don't know, I'm not wearing the shirt.
Look the other way.
Let's see if
the technical
it pays
shot
off.
by Godbout is good.
Looks like Coach Tom Curl out there doesn't agree with the call either.
No, he doesn't like it. So Godbout hits 2, and he'll stay at the line with a chance to tie this game up at 29 with 2 minutes, 42 seconds left to play.
Do you think Gibbs Smith will sit out the rest of the half? Either of you?
I don't see a reason to bring him back in. It's only a little over 2 minutes. Over 2 minutes left.
They do need him.
They need him. They need his. They don't need his fouls either, though.
They'll need him more in the second half, though. Probably best to leave him out right now. This will be a big time for the Golden Bears if they can make a big run with him on the bench going to halftime.
Goes back to that knick-knock foul when he pushed off.
Yep.
On offense.
Now he has 2 in the technical, so he has to be really careful the rest of the game.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Great duo guards of Miller and Williams here to carry them into the half.
DeMont thinks about the three. We'll pass it up. And now pass it over to Anthony Williams. Williams over to DeMont on the near side now. Gorham gonna drive, kick out to Gerlo for three. No good. Williams with the rebound though, and Anton Willer it is, and he kicks out to Williams. 2 minutes left to play in the first half. DeMont 4-3, that's no good. And Levancy with the rebound.
That would have been huge if that went in.
Godbout will slow things down for the Golden Bears. Now here's Giello. Over to Matt Maynard, who checked back in. Maynard for three. It's good.
Whoa, that's key.
It's a huge shot for them.
Rolled around the rim, thought it might come out. Stayed in. Puts Western New England up. Now here's DeMont. Kick out to Antoine Miller. Anthony Williams gonna drive. Bangs bodies, blocking foul, so Williams will shoot two.
Looked like a good call. Looked like he still was moving his feet to get position.
Notice whenever Gibbs Smith comes out, Anthony Williams really does take charge of the offense.
And that's what we need. We need a second player to step it up for when he's not able to be in or he's having an off game.
Exactly, you definitely need, with Gibbs Smith on the bench, you need a general out there to run the show.
Brian Hatch comes back in, replaces Antoine Miller, so the Cards will go big. So what stat do you want to try to predict today, Mr. Cameron?
It's a good question.
Miller and Williams hits both of them. Good thing about that, we'll come back to you. What do you feel you can get your most accurate prediction?
I want to say fouls, but it's on the scoreboard, so.
You're gonna probably get that.
They'll try to cheat the system there.
Just over 1 minute left to play. DeMont almost with the steal, but instead called for the foul. So Matt Giello will shoot two.
Cardinals foul number 3, Jared Dumont, his first, team 7.
Giello is a senior, listed at 5'10", so this is not really a tall team. Both their guards listed under 6 feet. Matt makes the first.
And what you mentioned there, right there about the guards is all Plattsburgh guards are 6 feet and over. And that's really good to have a really tall guard.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mismatches there.
Oh, Gorham almost a carry there.
Ooh, I was looking for a whistle there.
Anthony Williams for three from way downtown. That's good. Williams is showing his range tonight.
Huge shot.
I'm really enjoying the play of Anthony Williams. He's out there, he's taking charge.
45 seconds left to play. It's Keith Roy, his pass is picked up, and DeMont's running for Plattsburgh over to Williams. 29 seconds left to shoot. Tom Kroll says hold up for one shot with 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Williams, a little fancy dribbling there.
Bears are hounding him. They don't want
look at him. He's just toying with Matt Giello. 12 seconds left to go. Coral says get it moving. Over to low 4-3, no good, but Gorham with the rebound with 5 seconds left to play. His shot is blocked. Loose ball goes to the Golden Bears, and the buzzer will sound. And that's how the first half of action will end. It's a highly contested game. Plattsburgh up 34-33.
Very good game. I'm really enjoying this game so far. Both teams are hustling unbelievably.
A lot of hustle, a lot of good defense.
Yes. It's paying off. That's why we have such a low-scoring half.
So what stat do you want to try to guess Chris Gibbs' point total?
Yeah. I'm going to say, it's kind of hard. I'm trying to add in my head right now.
Right, you got to say it quickly right now. Go.
Okay. 16 points.
16.
I'll take 12.
I think 12 sounds about right. I'll go with 10.
10?
I think you may have overshot yourself again.
I always do that.
All right, at this point, we're going to send it to our courtside reporter, Renee, who's standing by with Brian Hatch. Technical difficulties. We'll try to get it to Renee when she's ready. Now it seems like they're ready, so now we'll send it to Renee. All right, technical difficulties continue. Sorry for that, but Plattsburgh's up 34-33. We'll see how the Cameron's prediction continue, if it pans out. We'll be back in the second half.